There are moments in life when a simple question can open the door to a story far bigger than anyone could imagine. And for Richard Goodall, that moment came when someone asked him, "Tell me what the big dream is, please." Richard's answer was humble, almost shy. "My big dream, I'd like to sing. I love to sing." Those words, soft yet sincere, would soon echo across America, reaching millions of hearts. But what the world didn't know was that behind this ordinary janitor stood an extraordinary journey shaped by heartbreak, loss, perseverance, and a dream he refused to let go. When Richard Goodall stepped onto the stage of America's Got Talent, no flashy introduction followed him. No dramatic backstory video. No grand build-up. Just a quiet, middle-aged janitor in a simple shirt, with a nervous smile and a shy voice. He introduced himself plainly. A janitor from Terre Haute, Indiana, engaged to a woman named Angie. But the moment he opened his mouth to sing, the entire room transformed. His voice soared through the theater, powerful and emotional, earning him the coveted golden buzzer. Overnight, this gentle man captured the hearts of millions who saw not just talent, but humanity. Pure, honest, and unpolished. Yet what AGT didn't show was the deeper, painful story behind his gentle character. Before Angie entered his life, Richard had loved someone else, someone whose memory still lived within him every day. For over 30 years, Richard was married to a woman whose name he kept private, honoring her memory with quiet dignity. Their love story was one of deep companionship, shared holidays, long car rides, inside jokes, and decades of navigating life side by side. But on June 19, 2021, everything changed. After a long, exhausting battle with cancer, Richard's wife passed away. And even though he rarely talked about it publicly, the grief nearly broke him. On Instagram, he posted a message so raw that it revealed the true depth of his pain. "I'm so sorry. I did my best, but my best wasn't good enough. Cancer is like getting punched in the gut, falling to the ground, and then being told to get back up and start all over." His words weren't polished or poetic. They were the cry of a man who watched the love of his life slip away in front of him. The months that followed were some of the hardest he had ever lived. He tried to return to work. He tried to smile. He tried to carry on. But grief doesn't leave easily. And then, slowly, light returned. On August 25th, he posted a picture with Angie, captioned, "Fun night with my lane at Taco Tequila's." In that picture was something anyone who knew grief would recognize. The flicker of a man beginning to heal, beginning to hope again. Angie wasn't replacing the past. She was helping him rebuild his future. But here's something Richard rarely said out loud. Even though he often claimed he used to sing alone in his room with only his radio for company, his musical roots actually ran deeper. Decades earlier, Richard was part of a local band in Terre Haute called Manupa. They played small gigs, local events, little bars around town. Music was always in him. He had simply been too humble to show it. Then something unexpected happened. One day at the middle school where he worked as a janitor, someone recorded him singing "Don't Stop Believin'" during a routine sound check. The video went on TikTok and exploded. Millions watched the singing janitor with the soaring voice. Overnight, Richard wasn't just a familiar face in the hallways, he was a viral sensation. And almost instantly, Manupa began receiving booking requests from bars and events all across the town. By July, they were fully booked every single weekend. Richard posted joyfully, "And just like that, we're booked every weekend in July. Thank you to the band for their awesome hard work. See you folks Saturday night at Archie Sports Bar at 7:30. Don't miss a note." His excitement was infectious. His pride, genuine. Soon after, rumors began to spread. Would Richard perform with Manupa on AGT if he made the finals? One bandmate said something that shocked no one. "I knew this was coming. He deserves it. He's just so good, especially at singing Journey. He's the perfect Journey singer." But fame didn't erase reality. As a janitor earning a modest living, traveling for America's Got Talent was expensive. Either he'd have to go alone, or give up the dream. That's when his hometown stepped in. Terre Haute refused to let one of their own struggle. While AGT announced that competition expenses would be covered, a local hero named Chris Bond went further, launching a GoFundMe titled, "Let's Give Terre Haute's AGT Golden Buzzer winner our support." Contributions poured in $15,000 from 382 donors by June 9, 2024. Their message was clear. "Richard, we believe in you." But the blessings didn't stop. In August 2022, Richard's world shifted again when Venezuelan singer and former American Idol contestant Rudy Cardenas reached out to him. Rudy had seen the viral TikTok and couldn't believe the voice was real. He invited Richard to perform "Don't Stop Believin'" live on stage with him. In front of a roaring crowd, Rudy introduced him. "I recently learned about a TikTok phenomenon. A singing janitor from right here in Terre Haute. When I saw the video, I couldn't believe it was real. But let me tell you, it is real." The crowd erupted as Richard stepped onto the stage. Their duet was electric, emotional, unforgettable. Afterward, Richard wrote on Instagram, "An absolute awesome day. Thank you to the Drake family, to the entire Mill staff, to my Terre Haute friends. Still enjoying the ride, y'all." Encouraged by this growing support, Richard made a bold move. He auditioned for The Voice. He poured his heart into a recording of "Don't Stop Believin'" and waited. Then came the email, "Unfortunately, you will not be moving to the next round." The rejection stung deeply, but instead of quitting, Richard posted online, "Just so everyone knows, I'm worthy of The Voice, but I'll try for AGT. Regular people just don't cut it in this world. Love you all for your support." He chose hope instead of bitterness. That choice changed his life. Soon his TikTok videos caught the attention of major figures in the music world, including the one man whose songs shaped Richard more than any other, Steve Perry, the legendary lead singer of Journey. When Perry commented on Richard's video saying, "I love this," Richard nearly collapsed from shock. "Love your music, sir," he replied. "Thank you for commenting. This means so much to me." The official Journey TikTok account reposted his video as well. Then, America's Got Talent judge Howie Mandel reacted to Richard's viral performance, urging him publicly to compete. At first, Richard thought the comments were fake. Why would famous celebrities notice him? But when he realized they were real, he understood something profound. His quiet dream was becoming a reality. And so, Richard Goodall, the humble janitor who once sang alone in his room, stood before the world on one of America's biggest stages. His golden buzzer wasn't luck. It wasn't pity. It wasn't a viral moment forced into fame. It was the recognition of a lifetime of pain, hope, and perseverance finally rising to the surface. Richard's story is not just about music. It's about grief and healing, about losing everything and choosing to rebuild, about a small town lifting up one of their own, about a voice, once hidden, becoming a beacon of inspiration for millions. His journey reminds every one of us that dreams don't have deadlines, that talent can live quietly within someone for decades before the world discovers it. And above all, his story teaches us the same message he has sung so many times: never stop believing.